The biggest mistake that pretty much everybody makes when working with horses is they don't take the time to prepare themselves before they do their work with horses.
You don't have to have a ton of experience. You don't have to have major chops to prepare yourself properly. That looks like entering the horse's space in presence, embodied, and with your intentions fully at the forefront of your thinking. When we're approaching the horse on a day where we like to do some body work, it really is centered around the intention of, how can I help you? How can I relieve tension? How can I relieve brace?
We're going to give you the exact techniques that you can use to help cultivate that, and then you can play with it and explore. Part of the magic of why this works so well and why it doesn't matter how experienced you are, how much skill you have, is when you prepare yourself, when you prepare your nervous system, when you prepare your mind, and when you become embodied in your body, you become congruent in mind, body, and soul. And that is the essence of holistic partnership, and that puts you on a place where you can communicate with the horses, because that's how horses talk. That's their communication.
The attunement of our nervous systems is really the Rosetta Stone of communicating with horses in terms of their language. So when we come into their space prepared, having our nervous system regulated, everything's going to work out better.
The very first thing you do to prepare yourself to work with horses is get very intentional, get very clear about your intention, about what you're going to do in that day. Everybody's purpose and meaning is going to be unique to you and the special gifts that you bring to the world. But when it comes to body work, I think we can all agree that a universal community-wide intention that we can have is to be a healing influence with the horse and for the horse.
One of the easiest ways to communicate attunement with the horse is to really be present with your energy, with your intention. Let them know that you see them. Let them know that you get them. That requires not thinking about what we want to have happen as the person in the relationship, but thinking about where the horse is at and how we can meet them where they're at.
We've got a download for you. We have some prompts that we created to help you dig into your why, to help you cultivate that sense of intention. And we encourage that you do that the night before, the morning before, basically before you go out and get to the barn. Think about that and chew on that. The process of writing and journaling is really self-introspective. It helps turn your attention inward and gets you into that place where you can communicate with horses, which is of course in a non-verbal energetic level. So let's start with journaling. We made a download for you, so that's step number one.
Yep.
Step number two, we call it the 2 B's to intention, is breathing to being. Breath work can help regulate your nervous system and get you in a place where you can easily attune, connect, and communicate with the horse.
All right, let's do it.
So you've probably heard about how important regulating your nervous system is when it comes to working with horses. I think it's helpful to understand some of the reasons behind that. The HeartMath Institute's done some really incredible research that's shown that the heart coherence field of a horse extends 50 feet in all directions. Ours is about 10 to 15 feet. So that means that a horse can sense your nervous system from a measurable distance of 50 feet away. We think, just from our observations, that it extends quite a bit farther than that. When you can bring your nervous system to a state of peace and equipoise, you're showing the horse that its basic needs are being met: safety, comfort, and care, which is prerequisite for helping the horse relax so that you can help release tension in the horse. The field that extends around the horse that the HeartMath Institute's done such beautiful research on, we like to call that the horse field in our work. So everything we're talking about today is preparing your mind and your body to enter into the horse field and to help the horse be as receptive as possible to seeing you as a partner that they want to be with, that they can trust. One of the quickest ways to access this state of being, to help regulate your nervous system, is called box breathing. It's so powerful that even the Navy SEALs use it when they're going on their missions. It's been proven in a lot of research to help with anxiety. It's something you can use all throughout your day and in all facets of life. We have a whole collection of meditations, visualizations, and breathwork exercises in our program that are all very useful and can all be used for this. We pick box breathing because we think it's the fastest, easiest, best way to get your nervous system attuned to connect with the horse.
I personally love box breathing. For me, it's not complicated. I need not complicated when I'm feeling anxiety or when I'm feeling stressed. I need something that doesn't take up any extra bandwidth.
So many of our students deal with anxiety in life in general, and especially around horses. Several people say that box breathing is literally life-saving for them. So
this is a good one.
Yeah, so if you haven't used it before, that's a really powerful tool. If you've heard of it before, hopefully this is a good reminder to lean on it. All these mindfulness practices, visualizations, meditations, breath work, we view these as tools that you can have in your toolkit, and you want to practice them away from horses so that you can have them ready when you need them, when you are working with horses. The reason they call it box breathing is you inhale and then you hold your breath for a little while, and then you exhale and then you hold your breath for a little while. And the most common way to do that is just to do 4 seconds for each one. So inhale for 4, hold your breath for 4, exhale for 4, hold your breath for 4. There are breath timers. There's a free app that you can just program that in, and it puts a nice little bell every 4 seconds. You don't even need that. One of our favorite ways to do box breathing is just to inhale, hold your breath for whatever is comfortable. As soon as you feel like exhaling, just exhale. Take a nice big exhale, then just hold your breath again. As soon as you feel like inhaling, inhale again. That pause at the top of the inhale and that pause at the bottom of the exhale, it helps bring your awareness into your body. It helps stimulate interoception, where you're feeling the sensations in your body. That ultimately collects your awareness, brings it in, and it helps you focus. Your heart rate will slow down and you become calm, and it puts you in a state of resonance with the horse and attunement with the horse that's going to set you up for success before you even are close to your horse.
Exactly.
So let's do a little box breathing. One other really critical thing to do in doing any kind of breath work is to do all the breathing with your nose, or especially the inhale. There's a lot of research that has shown the power of nose breathing. You can read a book called Breath by James Nestor if you want to really go deep on that. For now, if you just remember to inhale through your nose, that's very important. We're just going to do a few rounds of box breathing so that you can join us or just get a good feel for what it is, so when you go and do it on your own, you don't have any confusion about what to do. So I like to just feel my feet on the ground. Get grounded. You have soft knees. You might even just lean forward a little bit, lean backwards a little bit, lean to the side a little bit, lean to the other side a little bit, and then just find a state of balance before you start. That really helps to get yourself grounded before you begin. That's a really good technique anytime you're working with horses, especially on body work or the unmounted activities. First, we're gonna inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. It's also a really good idea to soften your gaze. If you're not comfortable completely closing your eyes, you can just kind of have a soft gaze down, or fully close your eyes. And you can see Ezra's already relaxing just from talking about box breathing. So let's do a few rounds together. How about we'll do 4 rounds. I recommend doing at least 5 minutes when you do it on your own, but even just a few rounds can literally save you from going into a fear or anxiety spiral. Let's do it together. We're gonna inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Do one more. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And then really slowly, if you have your eyes closed, just let them stay soft, open, and hopefully even just those few rounds help bring you to a state of peace and equipoise. These kind of things, they seem simple, but they will completely move the needle for your horsemanship and any activity you do with horses. It will have profound effects. We've seen it work on student after student after student. This is a way that without saying a word, you can communicate to your horse that they're safe, that you care, and that you're a leader that they can trust. Today we solved the first big mistake pretty much everybody makes with horses, and that is how we prepare ourselves, our mind and our body, before we connect with the horse, before we are physically in the horse field of the horse. Now, the second big mistake that also everybody makes is how they actually first approach the horse, the first technique they do after you prepare yourselves. The solution to preparing yourself is to do some introspective journaling, to think about your intention. We agreed that with BodyWork, it's going to look like releasing tension, that we are going to be a healing influence for the horse, and that we're going to
offer safety, comfort, and care.
Safety, comfort, and care, primarily through them feeling seen and understood by us, which is a prerequisite for connection across all sentient beings.
Yep.
So the next big mistake is how you initiate actual physical contact with the horse when you're doing body work or any unmounted activity. This is, of course, assuming that you understand how to properly catch a horse and bring a horse into the space that you're going to be doing body work. That would be a whole separate training. Today we're just going to focus on once the horse is in the space that you're working. So tomorrow we're going to show you the exact techniques for how to approach the horse, and we're going to show you the first technique that we recommend that you would start on any bodywork session. These techniques and these methods, they work really well for all kinds of horses. Some horses are disassociated, they're quiet, but they seem shut down. They're not connecting. Ezra is not disassociated, our horse. Other horses are going to be more anxietal. They're going to be moving around. They might be mouthy. These methods help regulate the nervous system, whether that means from being high to coming into balance or from being disassociated and coming into balance. Either way, we're seeking balance with the horse, and that's what these techniques that we're showing you are going to help you do. So your action list for day one of this challenge is to download the journaling exercise, and we really recommend using a pen or pencil to do your writing. There's something about just putting pencil to paper that really helps with that self-introspection exercise. We've also made an audio download for the box breathing if you'd like to have a guided version of that. The last thing, in order to be eligible for the prizes that Horseplay is so generously donated, is we're just asking you to go into the Facebook group and comment on one of two things, or both things if you're so inclined. One is your experience with the journaling exercise, or the other option is to talk about your experience with box breathing. But to be eligible for the prizes, all you have to do is post each day of the 3-day challenge. So it'd be 3 posts. There's some great prizes from Horseplay, all kinds of great goodies there. I just want to take a moment too to congratulate you for taking some time to do this. This is really powerful work, and it's really an effective way to show horses that we care. It's an effective way to give back to the horses, to give so much to us and just humanity in general. You chose to take some time to do this challenge, to connect with horses, to deepen the understanding of yourself, to attune with horses, to dig down into your purpose. I just want to cheer you on for doing that. And if you have any questions, if anything comes up to you, if anything was confusing, throw up a post in the Facebook group. We're going to be checking that all throughout the challenge. We'll get back to you right away.
What about we're going live too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the other big thing is at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, we're going to go live and we can talk. If you have any questions, we'll talk about the exercise that we went over today, but mainly if we'd just like to have a discussion with you. We'll be there live from 5:30 to 6 Pacific Standard Time, and that's going to be happening each day of the challenge too. Tomorrow we're going to show you the right way to approach the horse, and we're going to show you the first technique to do every time you start doing any kind of body work, connection work, or attunement work with horses. All the links are in the email. Because you registered, you get access to the Zoom call so we can have conversations, and then the Facebook group is where you can post questions. I hope to see you there. Enjoy your time journaling, enjoy your time box breathing, and we'll see you tomorrow for our first technique with the horse.
See you tomorrow. May the horse be with you.